All right, we are joined by Ariana Borde from the class of 2017. Thank you for joining me.
Absolutely.
All right, so think back 2 million years. You were in middle school. Why did you decide to come to early college? Or why was early college forced upon you?
Well, I will say it was forced upon me. I had no idea what early college was. Actually, a teacher of mine, Miss Dorman, I'll never forget, told me that it would be a very perfect school for me. So I tried it out and ended up getting accepted due to my exceptional test scores.
Great. We're glad you made that choice. All right, so you get here. Are the classes as hard as you thought they'd be?
Oh, no, not at all. It was pretty interesting, the smaller classroom setting, the small building setting, because it was definitely, I'm used to seeing big high school, lots of classes getting lost all the time. It was definitely pretty easy for me.
And then you matriculate through. You're taking those high school classes. You start getting more of the college classes. Were the tech classes what you thought they'd be?
There's definitely different. A lot of mixtures of people, older, younger. It's definitely not what I expected. I definitely expected a more younger dynamic for the whole experience.
Yeah, a lot of people really don't think about that piece when they first start out because right, your first college classes you're with only early college people, and then we start branching out, and you know, tech students aren't always the youngest. A lot of people coming back looking to continue education, go a different route in education, all kinds of stuff. Uh, so that's always fun. Now, when you were at Tech, what did you major in? Were you an associate of arts person or did you have a certificate in mind? What was your plan?
Well, I honestly had no idea what I wanted to do. I ended up going to business and marketing, and I ended up not finishing it because it just wasn't for me. It was just at that time in my life where I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Gotcha, and that happens. All right, so you finished with early college. What's next for you?
Well, I just kind of stayed working, did my thing. I actually started working at this job called Ultimate California Pizza, part of the Divine Dining Group. I started there as a delivery driver, just a basic whatever pays the bills. And I ended up being a general manager there within 4 years, which was a huge accomplishment for me. And I was with them for a good 5 years before I moved.
What did you learn about yourself as you kind of made your way up the ladder, so to speak?
I learned that you can do anything you can do as long as you put your mind to it. Working in that place was very difficult at times. I've definitely come into my struggles working there. But I also learned about myself too as a leader standpoint. When I first became a manager, a lot of people did not like me due to I kind of let the power get to my head. But I took it into my own matters, kind of talked to everybody. Hey, what can I do to make this better? And then I learned from that situation to making myself better, to being a better GM for everybody.
Gotcha. What did you learn about your ability to manage people?
It was difficult at first. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just kind of thrown to the wolves. They thought it'd be a good fit. Um, it definitely took a lot of questions to other management, as well as people in the office, in the higher office. I had to take some classes. I was willing to do those kinds of things to learn. I also had them shadow me at one point because I asked them, please shadow me and help me point me in the right direction.
I love that. And you know, that's what leadership comes down to. Oftentimes we are thrown into whatever it is. And you can learn a lot on the job for sure. But you got to ask and ask for help and get other people's perspectives and things like that to grow. And that's what you've done. So that's awesome. All right. So you did that for 5 years and then you moved. Where'd you move to?
Well, I moved to New Roads, Louisiana. My husband, my now husband, is decided to join the army. So he went to basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And then when he came home, we were on home recruiting in Louisiana until we got stationed at Fort Hood, Texas.
All right. So we're in Fort Hood.
Yep.
what do you like about military bases, I guess?
Well, Fort Hood is definitely pretty interesting. It's definitely huge. I still haven't discovered all of it at all. Um, it can be different, especially this base has a lot of its history of crime, and just hearing all kinds of bad things about it. But the people that my husband works with have been wonderful. They're very supportive of us, and helping him move along his way to get to where he needs to be.
Let's talk more about that support piece. I work in the world of nonprofits as well, uh, and our large focus for us is with cancer, uh, and we talk a lot about caregivers because they're kind of the forgotten hero. What's
Mhm.
it like being the military spouse? Because you're asked to do kind of a lot in terms of sacrifice and other things.
Being a military spouse is definitely hard, but it also has its benefits. It's hard. I think the hardest part is the separation whenever they go. He actually recently came home from a 9 month deployment to South Korea. While I was alone in that time, the first sergeant's wife actually holds gatherings each month for the military spouses if they need anything, if they need their pantries filled. We also did a lot of donations, and we did a lot of picture swaps with the guys overseas, just so we could stay in touch with when we couldn't. But it's a very good support system. The first sergeant's wife is very big about making sure that everybody is helped in every aspect corner that they need.
Gotcha. All right, so what are you doing?
I am currently a stay-at-home wife, mom to be. I am
Congrats.
13 and a half. Yes, I am 13 and a half weeks pregnant. Um, but I do have plans for the future in the next 3 years, to be specific. Um, Luckily, my husband gets a GI Bill to go to school, and he wants to give it to me. I have decided that I wanted to major in English to do English teaching for either middle school or high school. So I've been looking at different colleges, and so far I'm leaning towards LSU.
Nice. Why teaching?
I feel like I can really make having that experience as a manager. I've taught a lot of people things that I've learned through my experiences, and I think I can push that forward onto students as well.
Got it. Loud and clear. Message received. I was kind of the same way, working in banking and insurance. Saw a lot of people take the wrong path. I was like, hey, I should do something about that. And so
Right.
here we are, 15 years later. But that's great. Super excited. Why are you leaning towards LSU?
Well, I've had heard of a lot of great things about LSU. My mother-in-law currently goes there. She's trying to be a like a drug abuse counselor. And my sister-in-law also went there for agriculture, and she actually teaches welding. She said their teaching program is fantastic. So that kind of helps me kind of look into it a little bit more.
Or LSU, great school, a lot of great programs. What advice do you give that kid who maybe was you back in high school as you're getting closer there, junior, senior year? What advice do you give that kid as they kind of ponder their future?
To definitely sit back and think, do what you love and make sure you know you're going to love it, because it will be what you do for the rest of your life. If you don't know what you're doing, that's okay. Sometimes it takes time, but if you know, go for it.
Love it. Good advice. Go for it. So many people don't. And that's sad. Really
It
sad.
is sad.
All right. Well, I appreciate you joining me. Speaking of leadership, I have a leadership meeting coming up here in 6 minutes. Um, but it's so good to see you. Glad to see that smile on your face. Mom to be. It's
Oh,
exciting.
yeah,
That is exciting. It's good to see you. We'll keep in touch. Bye.
absolutely. You as well. Bye bye.